Start this episode of a picture of the lawnmower. There she is. Kind of doing a wheelie. That was for a thumbnail. Let's build it. I got that tire to take a little air. This tire wants to go flat every time I stand on it or sit on it, so it is what it is. So I don't know if this clip is going to be before or after, but I drove it, and I may or may not have tested out the wheelie bar, which is right there apparently. So that was fun. I got the lawnmower going. It's Torquey, not super fast yet, but I gotta do some pulley swapping. I'll show you guys kind of what I did to get it running. I got that tire to take a little air. This tire wants to go flat every time I stand on it or sit on it, so it is what it is. But I drove it, and I may or may not have tested out the wheelie bar, which is right there apparently. So that was fun. Got it all together. That whole assembly is off the red mower in my backyard that I was gonna use. That was actually the picture of this title for a while for my build, but I ended up not using it. I got the gas tank. My neighbor who I bought, or he gave me the lawnmower, the neighbor gave me this tank as well. It's not bolted down fully. Had to get a new battery, also not bolted down fully, you know, because sketchiness. It smells like fuel, which is probably unsafe. It leaks oil, which is also probably not ideal, but it just does its own oil changes, so whatever. Turns over. Well, it turned over better earlier. Nah, it's fine. Turns over great. Headlights don't work, so that's an issue, but we don't need it. And then the pulley assembly down below is a little sketchy with the pedal. So you're supposed to, so all the way down is brake, which is good. It has one. Halfway down engages the clutch, and then you can shift. So it's like a manual transmission, which is super cool. It's actually kind of fun to drive. So you got first, you can bump it up into third, bump it over to third. Sorry, second, and then to third. I got to figure out that throttle deal. Having issues with that, so we'll see what I can do with that. But yeah, all in all, it runs great. I mean, for it being an old beat-up motor. I sanded this down because we're going to put brand 5 emblems all over it for obvious reasons. So I think this was at one point actually sanded all the way down, and this is just a coat of rust because this wasn't paint. It was definitely rust when it came off. So I'm hoping when I put my decal on here, it rusts back over. I'll leave it outside for a night, let it rust over, make it look kind of match this patina rusty look. I might put something here. I got a quote I'm going to put there. We're going to deck it out with brand 5 stuff. So the fenders, all that'll be what we do. So instead of making it run better, we're just going to put stickers on it. So I'm going to go work on those. I'll bring them out and I'll stick them on. We're also going to paint the wheels and tires. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to do that. We got to run a mower, boys and girls. Okay guys, so I'll show you the stickers I put on for an extra at least 7 horsepower. Bringing this thing up to like 20 now, so look out. I'll show it to you guys real quick. All right, we got the accreditation here towards the dad bods. So dad bods and hot rods, or rat rods, sorry, dad bods and rat rods. I'll also have a dad bod and hot rod shirt coming out. This is gonna be on a t-shirt. I wore it last night, I think. You guys saw me working with it. I'll show it off a little bit. It might be a little different than when I get made up to sell. And then here's the Brand 5 Garage. This is kind of a cool sheen color. It was a pain in the butt to transfer. I don't know if that red's gonna stay. If not, it still looks cool. So we got a horsepower there, horsepower decals. This is just bare metal, so it'll rust back over and eventually look back like this. So cool. We're gonna keep adding some stickers to it. We need a little more horsepower. I need some back here. I need Brand 5 everywhere, so everybody knows who we are. I'm also gonna make one there that's similar to that one. I also added that. It changes colors, so when it gets cold, it'll be darker, but that's the color I'd like it to stay, but it's not gonna, so whatever. Yeah, she's got some decals on her. I'm gonna add more over time. I do have to make one for the back seat. I guess it only has one seat, so for the back of the seat, that's gonna be probably made today. I'll get that on. I'll show you guys eventually. You'll see it in the background. This thing's pretty much done. It runs good. I gotta do a pulley swap on it. I might do that today. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just do that right now. Let's do a pulley swap on it. All right, tires are off. That was a pain. I had to watch YouTube videos how to get them off. Loaded up some WD-40 and then just had to use that and there's like a little pick somewhere in that to get it off, but I got it off, so that's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get this tire cleaned up. I'm gonna paint the wheel. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go white or red yet. What do you guys think? Thinking red, thinking white. I don't know, it's gonna be muddy, we'll see. Get that painted up. And then that one will be done. This one, I got to get a bunch of that gunk stuff to spray in there. Hopefully I can make it last for the race. The tires got obviously good tread. I just not sure why it's not holding air. I did just beat on it with a hammer, so it might be mad at me about that. But yeah, tires are off. Now I got to try to get that axle dropped and put a pulley on. Guys, that is the pulley here we will be swapping. As you can tell, it's big. It's probably like a 10-inch pulley. I gotta figure out how to get this thing off, and then probably a pulley puller if I had to guess, but we'll see. And then we'll swap it out with something smaller to make the rear end turn quicker. I gotta go figure out a pulley situation, and I lost the pulley, which will pop up somewhere. I'll show you guys what I'm trying to do here, and for the pulley swap, see, make this thing a little quicker. All right, guys, went to the hardware store. Oh, I kind of showed it. That's the old pulley, 10-inch. Big old gal right there. We're going to the 4-inch. I'm guessing this thing's going to rip. So I'm going to try to get it back together right now, and then I got to go try to find a belt somewhere that'll fit this jalopy, and then we should be good. All righty, guys, so I got the pulley on there. Way smaller than the old pulley. I mean, look at that size difference. That's like steering wheel size. Anyways. So I'm gonna get this lifted up, put it in, and then I gotta measure roughly, give or take-ish, for a new belt, because that belt I'm guessing is gonna be too big since that pulley was so big. So we gotta get that back in. It's a few bolts, hopefully it goes quick, and then I can run to the parts store before it closes, because it is Sunday while I'm filming this. All right, Sorry guys, well I plan to have the old mower here doing more wheelies and crashing more, but things went real bad real fast. I'll give you guys a look. First off, I got sick and had to work, so the combination of the two, when I had my days off, I didn't get anything done on the mower. But I'll show you guys what I did get done. Sorry, had to tell you that. Okay, so as you can tell, it's still in the air. It's got the rear axle back under it. However, the belt's too tight, so I'm gonna have to get a different belt. It's engaged when it's in neutral, and it's not good. So I got a 75-inch belt. I got to get a 76 or 77-inch belt to give me a little slack to where the clutch can engage and disengage. Well, what oil was in it is now not. So we got a pretty drastic oil leak. Probably it's just the angle it's sitting at. It's at a pretty drastic angle here. Camera's level, and you guys can see it's pretty good downward angle there. So I'm gonna have to I don't like that. I'm gonna have to figure the leak out. I got this back in, however, like I said, it's gonna need a different belt. The other issue I had is you can see the pulley there. There's a little shaft that goes down into the rear end, and it came out when I knocked the pulley off, and I don't think it's supposed to. And it had a little weird spring retainer thing, and I didn't know how to do it, so I guessed, and I think I guessed wrong how to put it back in. So I fired it up, tried to run it. The axles weren't turning, so I think I'm gonna pull it back out before I put the new belt on it and just try to fix it the right way, see what I can do. Yeah. As for the wheels and tires go, I am gonna run them. This one holds air really well. I haven't had issues with that one. This one doesn't like to hold air. Obviously I gotta clean it. That's the back side. Clean it. I'm gonna spray some of that gunky stuff in there. I don't know what it's called, but it coats it and fills the beads. Pretty bad for it, but whatever. You know, is what it is. I'll bring a spare. I got a bunch to spare. The reason that this video didn't really get anything finished up and I plan to get it done is because I got sick. Like I said, it is what it is. I try to pump these out once a week, so hopefully this one keeps you excited for next week, which should be me driving that thing. Hopefully. Maybe a different rear end in it. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Once again, well guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Brand 5 Garage. We're building a racing mower. It's going great. So hopefully this weekend I can get this thing wrapped up and done. The local lawnmower parts store is still going to be open, I think, this weekend. So I can hopefully get it done. Next week's episode, we should be driving it. Stay tuned. Brand 5 Garage, out.